It's here. Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick live. Full disclosure, it's here. It's a non-equal shared parenting thing, and because I'm kind of tired of talking about equal shared parenting and all that stuff. As probably some of you know from some of the videos I put out recently. But I did want to share some exciting news that, again, I'm fit. Just full disclosure here and just having a little fun. I'm 50 years old. I've been a kid and a nerd my entire life. And if you haven't already figured it out, I love 80s toys. I'm sorry, action figures. And I'm a huge, I think I already mentioned, I'm a huge nerd. I've been, over the last several years, thanks to the encouragement of my lovely wife, took me 3 tries to find her, but here we are. She, pushed me to kind of like recollect kind of a true passion of mine, which is Transformers, Voltron, things that are 80s, and just kind of embracing my nerdness, which I am, thank God, I'm able to do. I'm finally a happy camper. And today I received in the mail the Holy Grail Generation 1 1987 1988 Transformer right behind me, Fortress Maximus. I have been, I have toiled and searched and looked for this thing for God, I don't know how long, and it is finally in my possession. My Transformer, which actually my fat ass is covering probably half of them here, is pretty well. There's like a straggler, one or two out there, but overall, I have every Transformer, and of course, I have the original. All the Voltron, all the Diaruggers and Go Line Voltrons, and I got I got the Godfather and Fortress who Fortress fucking Maximus. Again, passion of mine. This guy. Let's see if I can get the hands around it. I have again waited for this thing for God. Well, I never had it when I was a kid. I'll just be too poor. This thing, I think, brand new, and this is 1980s money, was like $300. Now, I don't even want to say they can be expensive. I guess I'll keep the numbers to myself. But let's just say there is there's a market for these things. But I have been again looking for Fortress Maximus for years, and my patience wore off. I do want to give props out to the guy who sold it to me. He was in that quick little intro video. I said like a quick little whatever, but I did want to talk to him and kind of talk about kind of how that worked. And actually, I will kind of be mentioning a little bit about some other stuff with that. I did get it off of Facebook Marketplace. I popped it up in between a meeting or two, and then I thought I saw a mirage when it was there. And actually, let me go ahead and pull up his. That's me acting like a complete dork, and with that surprised look on my face. Let me see if I can find this fine gentleman here. And I think, help if I got the right. There we go. And there's more to it than this. There's so many parts to unpack here, but I reached out to this guy, and his name is Sean Knuckles. I won't give his location ish because again he's cool with me giving him some props on the show. But actually, so it doesn't look weird. But the huge props versus all the jumbling here. But this guy, great transaction, great discussion back and forth. And he was like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and do it." He mailed it, I think, Monday. I got it here today. So I mean, it's and bated breath and excitement, almost tears in my eyes, because these are the things I enjoy. This is what got, again, love this type of stuff. But he was like, you know what? And even in the conversation today, he's like, you know what? This made you happy. Makes me happy that it made you happy, kind of thing. And I want to tell like the quick story of how it went down. But of course, I'm like freaking out, and I don't know what it was. Well, actually, I told him, but so I saw it, and I'm like, the amount of money. Even though it's a holy grail, I just, and I started, well, I didn't start to, I put a lower bid in on Facebook on, what I would be willing to pay on it. And it wasn't a heck of a lot. Well, I guess it was, but not a heck. I mean, it wasn't insulting, but it was less than what was offered or what it was listed for. And then I'm like, I decided to, scope the guy out a little bit and kind of see what we're dealing with. And I pop over his profile pic. And I'm like, this guy right here on his left, right, whatever way you're looking at, that is Peter Cullen. He is the voice of Optimus Prime. This dude, Shawn Knuckles, touched, and occupied the same space as Peter Cullen. Amongst all the others, he's most famously known for Optimus Prime. Even the crappy movies that came out recently with what's his name? I try not to ever say his name because it's kind of like Beetlejuice. I don't want to say Michael Bay. I can't believe I can remember his name. Even in that voice, that's Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime, and well, the screen's too small, so I can't show you. But everyone should know who Optimus Prime is. If you don't, ask my wife. She refers to it as the dumb truck. A little thing out to her there. But this guy here, I mean, oh man, cannot thank the guy enough. Great thing. And I do want to offer a little tongue-in-cheek shot here. Actually, him and another guy, and I was just talking to, and the one guy was on, well, actually both. I made 2 purchases on Marketplace this week, but I was talking to him. This guy actually signed up. He's following my Pissed Off Parent channel. I got guys that watch all my stuff for the Equal Shared Parenting movement that haven't even done that. This guy did. I mean, maybe I need to get with all the nerds and stuff that, all the Transformer geeks, because, and he had really no reason. I said, hey, I did a video of my current Transformer thing, and I gave him kind of an idea of, some of the stuff I do in my spare time. And he's like, dude, this stuff rocks. And yeah, I signed up, and yeah, cool. I didn't really even ask. So, you got a guy here, and then actually I bought a new CPU that's going to help me do video editing. And that guy actually saw some of my stuff. He's like, this stuff is awesome. And he signed up. So, yeah, for the guys that won't sign up or think they're too cool for school, bite me. I got 2 guys that I just met and did, quick little business with that are signing up on the page. But it's just something else. See, I got a comment here from Jason Bermander. Hope they make a contract with Peter Cullen to keep his voice for Optimus Prime. Oh, don't even say about if he passed it. We don't even want to talk about that. Actually, I'm going to share, now that we're getting nerdy here, even more nerdy, I'm going to share something with you that I got to do. Hold on, I'm getting all real here. And when I show this, the true nerds are going to just freak the hell out. So, a couple years ago, again, may God rest his soul, he passed away a couple years ago. But this is these are actually my 2 boys there. This gentleman right there, the Godfather, sorry, Jeff, but this is the Godfather of all nerddom, Stan Lee. See if I can get him in there so you can see. It's kind of hard here. That's what she said. That is Stan Lee, the man. And if you notice, that was a lifelong dream for me. And I got to meet him a couple years ago, and I've got the stupidest look on my face. It was funny, my wife, when we first started dating, this was actually proudly displayed in my house that I bought after I got divorced and started rebuilding my life. And I had this picture up, and she thought this was my grandfather, and I'm like, sister, I wish. Oh, I would kill if this was my grandfather. Anyway, Stan Lee. I got to occupy the same space as him, and you can and the look on my face. And again, I'm sure I was a nobody to him, but for me, he was such a huge, important part of my life. But oh wait, Jeff is saying, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me switch this up here. That's why. See, again, I am so excited about Fortress Maximus and geeking out that I just can't even keep my composure. Let me re-show that picture real quick. It is me and Stanley. There's my boys when they were younger. Let's see if we can get that in there. And you can see the stupid look on my face. Actually, that was me thin, by the way. I was like, whoops, uh-oh. There we go. Look at that dumb looking face right there. That is a dumb. That if you want to see, I can't even fake that, and that's me with dark hair, by the way. But that is me younger and meeting like the man Stan Lee. And again, sorry, Jeff. Well, I'll call you the Godfather of the non-equal shared parenting. But this guy here is the Godfather. He is the man, and like he again, so much there, but he, oh man, just so much. But Fortress Maximus. So I got to let me see if I can find the other thing here. So, and I'm just so excited to finally have my collection. I've got in this room at pretty much every there's a one or I think I have maybe 3 or 4 like offshoots or whatever that I don't have yet. Nothing crazy, but this guy right here is the holy grail of Transformers. Right here, this is. Every kid would want to have this. Every adult would want to have this. There's just no getting around. I mean, and it's in its awesome condition. Obviously, the headmaster right there is there, and then you see the guys. I think you can barely, probably not. I actually can't see where I put him. He has another headmaster that is part of it, and then you have the gun dude. Wait, is it? Did I leave him down? No, I didn't. Because I had him over here behind me, and I'm like, oh hell no, not Fortress Maximus, and then put him right there and re-digitize the room. But I am beyond stoked. This is like the coolest thing ever. Got my Duncan MacLeod sword over here, my Highlander stuff. I've got all my other nerd crap here. This is like a utopia, and I would say for people in general, you want to have like your oasis of a place where this is your spot. You got to have at least something like that. I'm fortunate. It took quite a bit of time, money, and effort, or losing that to get that peace and solace. And I tell you, on the other side of stuff, it is so well worth it. I think everyone knows some of my other stuff. I'm into this, and then of course I love Metallica. Metallica is my band, and I'll have to maybe show off some of the stuff there. I've got memorabilia, all the records. I have what I call a Metallo wall, and it's got everything Metallica related. And that again, just peace. Gotta have peace, not faith. Gotta have peace. Well, you got faith too, but you gotta have peace. But I just wanted to come on here, give huge props to Sean. He is the MVP for making this happen. We flip back here because I did want to show one other thing, and just again, I guess I can tie it. Oh yeah. When I got this, I did die laughing. I'd never heard of it. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. I'd never heard of this, but Sean put the Fortress Maximus. You put it using Transformer tape. Now I'll be on Amazon after this show, and everything I ever mail out from here on out is going to have Transformer tape on it. That is just I got nothing. That is just awesome. But I did want to show real quick, and you show me run down the hall or down the stairs real quick, do the whole kid thing. But I did want to show this picture off because it does, even though I am a kid. Even though I'm rediscovering my life and all that, 50 years old, this painting just to surprise all the people out there that think I have no skill, which I don't. But I did want to, as I was running down the hall or down the stairs, I kind of did a quick shot here. But this is a two pictures or two paintings that my wife and I did, and where we basically when we went, it was a wine and picture thing or whatever, and this just kind of really spoke to us to draw. But it had basically the merging of our families, and it talked about. Well, this is that whole artistic thing that I never get, but it made sense to me, and actually it was in my wedding. But each side of us, we have two broken homes that merge together to form one good home. And I almost started going to my Voltron, forming five lions, forming a robot. But quickly, I guess keeping it with the other stuff that I always talk about. But it's the merging of two people, two households into one. You got the crash, you got the broken, found or parts of it. The foundation is good, and they basically came together to form love. So for anyone that thinks I don't have any emotions or I don't have any artistic talent, right at you. That would disprove that right there. Anyway, it proudly is displayed on our stairs for all to see, and it's just kind of it's something that I look at quite often, and of course think of my wife, and it's a reminder. I don't say those things enough because I'm a guy and I just don't talk about that crap, but I do have feelings. But these are things that I would hope other people, and they're going to be in various stages or various points in their life and stuff. And it's that holding on to something that's important to you or something that's fun, looking for the good in things, and just, of course, keeping on and doing things. And, my hope is that everyone finds someone that they can, do something like that with, or that, is encouraging you to, be a complete nerd and make a entire room dedicated to Transformers like Fortress Maximus. But yeah, that's what I, just kind of what I wanted to say. Actually, looks like Jason had made another comment here. Let me see what he's got. The tape is great. Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God. You think that you're nerdy, and then you get something like that, and you're going, okay, I got nothing on this dude. This dude is like, uber nerd. Oh, I'm not worthy. I wish I could be that nerdy. It's I have a level of nerd, but he amped it up to the next level. But let's see here. We start my boys and yeah. Be careful. They're expensive as can be. Let me tell you. I would actually advise to go, if you can't get lucky on some, to do reproductions. I mean, they're pretty decent. I mean, they feel like the old stuff, and they're solid and stuff. But yeah, try the Gen 1s, and I know there's your Gen 2 folks out there. The Beast Wars movie that's coming out is essentially well, it's not Gen 2. It was a rehash in the 80s, well, 90s, and then the Beast Wars kind of did their thing. But anyway, we'll get way off on Nerdland there. And I'm not a big fan of the Beast Wars. I was too old at that point. It just, the way they did the graphics, CGI was just kind of coming into play, and it just didn't quite hit me. I just love the old school Transformers. And just for those that are curious or want to check it out, if you go to Tubi.tv, it's free. You can actually look at Gen 1 Transformers, and there's a bunch of other stuff out there. I highly recommend it. It's free TV, and there's a lot of good stuff. Old cartoons, old TV shows, and actually some, what I would consider current movies. I mean, Pacific Rim just came out. I'm a fan of that. But yeah, that was something to, a little plug there for Tubi TV. Again, free. So we're going through Karate Kid and the old NES. Oh yeah. Love me Karate Kid and the old NES. I know they were being raised in the 80s. It's great. Yeah, my whole thing, teach a kid about all that stuff, and a way to share and bond with them. My kids, of course, grown as in GROAN when they hear this stuff, and they don't get the love that I have. They don't understand why every time I watch Transformers the movie, the original, I cry when and I do cry when Optimus Prime dies. So they don't get that. Of course, they weren't scared of Jaws, so I don't know what. I mean, I guess it was a period thing. I have no idea a period in time. But yeah, it's all good. But anyway, I've been on here long. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Sean again. Thank you so much. You have no idea. You made the pissed off parent happy. And let me tell you something. After the last several weeks of nonstop shenanigans and other crap happening, a much needed moment of yeah, you know. And again, for the viewers that decide to tune in and hang out with me instead of doing other silly stuff or watching shaking boobies, which actually I put on my show to pull you all in. You'll get to now see. Now get to see Fortress Maximus, Fortress Maximus on display in the pissed off parent realm. So. I hope everybody's having a good day. Again, I know that some of the videos I've put out over the last day or so have been very tongue-in-cheek. I do mean them. So, yeah, that's pretty much where that's at. I'm going to be kind of doing a look at some things and figuring out kind of a path forward on some different things. It's not meant to be all whatever he's going to do. I mean, again, I made a promise, like I said to my kids a long time ago, that I'm going to get things fixed, and if like I do it by myself, then that's how I'll do it. That's kind of all I got, but. All right. Well, hope everybody. I'm not even going to do the end bumper. I'm just going to go ahead and shut her off. So everybody have a good rest of your evening. Hope other things that are happening right now are going well. We will see and hear what happens until next time.